All right, let's talk about the future of cybersecurity. Because by 2026, the game is going to look completely different. We're talking smarter threats, way higher stakes, and a whole new set of rules for how we protect our digital world. The playbook is literally being rewritten as we speak.
Let's kick things off with a number that really puts things in perspective: $1 trillion. And get this, projections show that could be the global cost of cybercrime every single month within the next decade. This isn't just about some stolen data. We're talking about a massive economic threat that hits all of us through recovery costs, lost business, you name it.
So, with that kind of money on the line, how are we supposed to think about this risk? Well, for starters, it's no longer just a problem for the IT department. Cybersecurity has made a huge leap from the server room straight into the boardroom. It's now a core business strategy. And here's the proof. A whopping 88% of board directors now see cybersecurity as a critical business risk. They finally get it. They understand that just one single breach can completely cripple operations, tank the company's stock, and just shatter the reputation they've spent years building. This quote from Mark Benioff just nails it, right? In our digital world, trust is everything. So protecting customer data isn't just about playing defense anymore. It's actually a competitive advantage. People are actively choosing to do business with companies they trust to keep their information safe. But the scope is even bigger than that. Think about it. Our critical infrastructure, power grids, financial systems, all that stuff, it's mostly owned by private companies. This means businesses are now, whether they like it or not, on the front lines of national security. Protecting our digital borders has become just as important as protecting our physical ones. Okay, so the stakes are sky high, but what about the threats themselves? Well, they've leveled up big time. We're now facing these advanced automated attacks that have created a whole new kind of digital battlefield.
Attackers are using AI in some pretty terrifying ways now. We're not just talking about AI writing malware. We're seeing what's called agentic AI. These are basically autonomous bots that can plan and run entire attack campaigns all by themselves. They test your defenses, they learn, they adapt their tactics in real time, and they do it all at machine speed.
And all this automation is fueling some incredibly convincing new scams. Here's a scary thought. By 2026, it's predicted that AI-powered deepfakes could be behind 70% of all cryptocurrency crimes. I mean, just imagine getting a video call from your boss telling you to wire money, but it's not actually your boss. That's the world we're walking into. And of course, the price tag for these attacks is just skyrocketing. The average demand for a ransom payment has shot up by more than 50% in just 2 years. The attackers aren't just getting smarter, they're getting a lot bolder. The attacks themselves are getting more complex, too. There's this nasty twist called double extortion. See, it's not enough to just have backups anymore. Now, the criminals steal a copy of your data before they lock it up, so you're hit with a double whammy. Either you pay the ransom, or all your company's secrets, your customer data, your private info gets leaked to the entire world. It's a nightmare. But maybe the scariest threat isn't even about today. It's about tomorrow. This brings us to the giant challenge of quantum computing, and it boils down to one simple question. What happens when the data we think is locked up safe today meets the incredible power of tomorrow's computers? It's a chilling strategy called harvest now, decrypt later. Basically, attackers are already stealing and hoarding huge amounts of encrypted data. They can't break into it right now, but they're betting that in a few years, quantum computers will be able to crack it wide open. It's like a digital time bomb for any data with long-term value, like health records or government secrets. All right, that sounds pretty bleak, I know. But here's the good news. The story isn't just about bigger threats. It's also about a much smarter defense. To fight back against these next-level attacks, we're building a whole new arsenal and shifting from being reactive to being proactive. So AI is a double-edged sword. The bad guys use it, but it's an even more powerful shield for the good guys. The big change is moving from detection to prediction. The old way was like having a burglar alarm that goes off when someone's already in your house. The new way is like having a security system that sees the burglar coming down the street and locks all the doors before they even get to your porch. And you know what? Being proactive pays off. Big time. According to IBM, companies that really lean into using AI and automation in their security save, on average, almost $1.9 million per breach compared to companies that don't. That's a huge return on investment. Satya Nadella put it really well here. AI isn't here to replace security experts, it's here to supercharge them. Think of it as the ultimate sidekick. It does all the heavy lifting, sifting through mountains of data, so the human experts can focus on strategy and hunting for threats. It just makes them way faster and more effective.
So let's circle back to that quantum time bomb. What do we do? Well, we can prepare, but the work has to start now. It means figuring out what your most sensitive, long-term data is, checking if your partners are ready, and starting to shift to what's called hybrid cryptography. Building tomorrow's security starts today. But here's the thing. You can have all the advanced AI and quantum-proof locks in the world, and there's still one variable that technology just can't solve on its own. Us. People. The battlefield isn't just digital, it's personal. 60%. Just let that sink in for a second. According to Verizon's research, a full 60% of all data breaches involve a human element in some way. It could be an honest mistake, someone falling for a scam, you name it. It just goes to show technology is only ever part of the solution. And when we say human error, we're often not talking about some elaborate scheme. Almost half of these breaches happen because of misdelivery, something as simple as accidentally emailing a sensitive file to the wrong person. It's a huge reminder that the smallest actions can have the biggest consequences. Okay, so we know the risks are high, the threats are seriously advanced, and we know that people are a huge part of the puzzle. So what's next? How do we go from just being aware of all this to actually doing something to protect ourselves? Well, the good news is you don't need to be a security genius to make a real difference. That's the whole point of initiatives like Cybersecurity Awareness Month. It's all about reminding us that small, simple actions, when we all do them, can add up to have a massive impact on our collective security. And it really just boils down to these core 4 practices. These 4 steps are, without a doubt, the most powerful things any of us can do, using a password manager for strong, unique passwords, turning on multi-factor authentication, learning how to spot and report phishing, and just keeping your software updated. That right there will stop the vast majority of common attacks. Which leaves us with one final and really crucial question to ask ourselves. In a world of automated, AI-driven threats that are always thinking one step ahead, are you? Are you still just reacting to yesterday's problems? Or are you actively building the resilience you're going to need for tomorrow?